Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
But he was the chef up north.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here for the first time, but you're not here for a long time, I am your host, Chef C from New Jersey, and this is On Their Next podcast, brought to you by Bloodline Films in collaboration with our brother LWF Training. Our brother Juan J. Johnson believes that there is a lone wolf in all of you. So make sure y'all go check our brother Juan J. Johnson out at lwftraining.com. He is our sponsor for season 2 of On Their Next podcast. And today, ladies and gentlemen, you also got to keep in mind we are brought to you in collaboration with From the Soil and the Cook Up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed to that, it is in my description area, so go check into that, ladies and gentlemen. I will have you right for the summer, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe, family. And you better believe we will be live sometime this week, particularly Thursday for Pat Talk, so keep it locked for that, family. Dr. Umar is sending the bird out, saying young black men with multiple baby moms don't make the same mistakes he been making. You understand? Because it ain't right, and they will try to run the play on you. We're going to have a conversation when we get back, man. Salute to everybody that has checked in with us. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and we will be back. Salute to everybody that's checked in. I am your host, Chef C from New Jersey. Keep it locked, family.
I've been all over the world. I've noticed this about Black Americans, and I'll stop here. We have more people trying to turn us around than I've seen for any other group anywhere in the world relative to what our situation is. That you've got teachers, you got people that will just do stuff. If they find out you're legit, just help you because they want to see Black folks make it. We do have this. This is lacking in other places, I can assure you. But you know what? Our desire to save people cannot be greater than people's desire to be saved and to help. So the people that do not want it, let them go. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. I sure get it nowadays.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to everybody that has checked in with us on this happy hour broadcast. I want to go through and see what family members are in the community kitchen chat. Your boy Chef, Lil Chef, want to check y'all in, man. So if you're in the building, put a little Chef in the community kitchen chat. Put some forks, some knives, something in that community chat to let your boy know it's real. You understand? Let me get a little Chef in here to see what's popping with everybody.
Peace, 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 peace. Let's see who's in here. Yes, indeed. If you're in here, holla at me. If you in the building, holla at me in the chat. You understand? Let's see who's in here. I know we got people in here. Holla at your boy. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got my brother Negro checking in with the sword. Salute to our brother, the Negro. Black Row in the building. Salute to our brother Negro checking in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know what? Let's go ahead on and get into this.
Peace, 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 peace. Brother Negro, are you there, sir? Let me holler at you real quick before we get this program jumped off. Sir, are you live?
Yeah, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Matter
I'm
of
here.
fact, let me come back from behind the avatar today. Let me get up out of here. No avatar. Yes, indeed. All right, so yeah, brother Negro, are you checking in from from Biden's backyard right now, brother Negro?
Yes, I'm in incognito mode. They
Yes,
said
sir.
that Biden has landed in Delaware. Biden
Ah,
has landed in Delaware. So I got to be on my best behavior.
yeah. Keep it low. Keep it low. Keep
Yeah.
that low, man. Don't let them
Oh,
snatch a Negro up. You understand?
And speaking of homework assignments, since you talking about Dr. Umar, do you have those pictures I sent you? Yeah, I don't visit the school family.
You know,
I
I
don't.
forgot. You know what, brother? Let's save that. I forgot to load them up. Um, shoot
Do
it
you
to
want
my
me to eat?
email.
Yeah, yeah.
Shoot your flyer to my email real quick and shoot the pictures, cause I know
All right.
you was doing some recon on the Dr. Umar
Yeah,
school.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So I went to the school, right?
No.
One thing
Hold on.
oh,
We gonna do that. We gonna get into that Umar. We gonna get into all the Umar later. Right now,
all
for
right.
happy
I'm gonna send you
hour.
that email. I'm gonna send you
Yeah,
that email real quick.
yeah. Right now, family, I got appetizers for y'all. Right? I got some appetizers for y'all. Let's go ahead and get this thing started early. Right? And shout out to everybody that's checked in. I see y'all. Right? I see y'all. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Now, shout out to Sister Eryka Badu. I like what the sister did. I don't know how many of y'all actually saw this, but Sister Eryka Badu was putting the spotlight on the BBL culture. Okay? And for me, I like to see these sisters really starting to call all of this BS out. Because this BBL culture is out of control. Now I know some folks gonna say, well, oh chef, cats like the BBLs. Yeah, not really. Not really. Right? I'm just here to keep it 100 with folks. Every dude ain't really rocking with the BBL shit. Okay? So shout out to Eryka Badu with the BBL suit on. Right? Shout out to Eryka Badu getting her awards. Just really making it make sense. Now, Eryka Badu, for the longest, has had a very natural lure to her. Oftentimes, a lot of the cats that's been with her, like Common, Andre 3000, and a lot of different cats that been with her kind of come out a little weird. I mean, Andre 3000 was talking about, Rosa Parks and getting to the back of the bus, and next thing you know, the nigga is playing flutes. Okay? So Eryka Badu, she don't need no BBL to put something on a nigga. Can we be 100 about that? Umar, help me out.
I beg your pardon?
Hey, she didn't need the BBL to have a lot of these cats look different after they've been with her. Okay? Andre 3000 playing flutes now after hitting that. Okay? Now, some cats also say that Eryka Badu is a witch. All right? Some cats say that Eryka Badu is a witch, family. So, we're going to have to keep our eyes on that, too. Let's go ahead and play this, though. All right, Eryka Badu.
Thank you so much. I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be born a woman. I'm coming. I want to thank my mother and all the mothers.
Y'all heard that. Let me play that one more time for the slow
That
folks in the
natural
back.
woman talk, man. She talking that natural woman.
Listen, that's 10 toes down on natural. You know what I'm saying? I respects it. Shout out to my sister Q to the scales coming through and checking in with us. Sisters Q, what's happening with you checking in for this happy hour broadcast? Salute to Sister Q. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That natural woman, it hit different. And shout out to her just saying, yeah, you $5 cis, and I don't mean the CIS as they trying to use the propaganda. I'm talking about the $5 sisters, the trans Johns. you ain't really like us. That's her saying, you ain't like us. You understand? So let's go ahead and play a little bit more of this, though. Let me go ahead.
I want to thank my mother and all the mothers. Miss Tina, you said it well. All the mothers. I see Dochi's mama out there.
Hold on. Let's bring it back one more time.
I'm coming.
Let's say what you
Thank
say.
you so
Eryka.
much. I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be born a woman.
I like that kind of talk. Y'all.
Hey,
Natural
Chef,
woman.
did
Yes, sir.
I got a question. Did she vote for Kamami Harris, or did she? I didn't see her on the set for Kamami. So I gotta verify that. You know, my radar was up, so I had to double check. If she signed with Kamami Harris, then I don't know. She ain't for that natural woman as much as we think she is.
Okay. Well, again, I mean, it takes a particular type of guy to invoke that type of energy in a lot of our sisters. So it could be a slow roll to that understanding, right? It could be that type of thing. Let's play a little bit more, though. I'm going to let her get it off.
I'm coming. I want to thank my mother and all the mothers. Miss Tina, you said it well. All the mothers. I see Dochi's mama out there. Hold on. On the front view, giving Deacon Johnson him a good view. I'm so happy like me.
Yeah. Shout out to Eryka for that, coming through the way she came through with that. I respects it. Shout out to brother Q for checking in as well, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our brother Q from Let's Talk 2. Oh, shit, his thing just dropped. But shout out to Q. I'm sure he going to tap back in. Yes, indeed. So, again, brother Negro, we got the natural woman standing 10 toes down on who she is, and I like the initiative. For me, it's exactly where we need to be. But I just wanted to play that really quickly, and let's get into the next thing. This is something that I saw. Now, we got Eryka Babu. We've seen Felicia Rashad, right, the other day in our broadcast coming out, talking about just be you, sis. You ain't got to be ass naked. You ain't got to, you know. But let me tell you something. Some of these bunnies, because we got to talk about the white girl. If you got Dr. Umar on the menu today, we got to talk about it. And white girls is coming through now saying this is why black men are leaving some of y'all sisters. I'm going to pull this up right here. This little white girl, she's standing 10 toes down and say, you know what? We'll take your men. You don't want him? We'll take him. So let's go ahead and bring this up, family. Let's go ahead and bring this thing up right now. Okay?
Women, you know you cannot afford.
Fair use.
You already see the woman's lifestyle. You see how she living.
So if she's already living that lifestyle all on her own, what exactly is the issue?
You know you can't afford it. Now when she asks you for money to upkeep the lifestyle that she's already living.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing? Why would they be asking men for money in the first place?
I beg your
these
pardon?
women were strong and independent and could do things all on their own. And obviously they've been maintaining their lifestyles beforehand. But yet they would ask men for money while they're dating.
I
That's
beg
rather
your
giving
pardon?
the impression that some women aren't as strong and independent as they want everyone else to think that they are. It's either that or they just view men as walking ATMs. So which one is it?
Pardon?
You want to get an attitude. Go be with your type. She's not your type.
Right. They should be with their type, shouldn't they? The type of women that actually want a relationship and don't view men as just a means to an end.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar. Hey, sisters, y'all got some white girls out here coming after y'all.
Stop approaching women you know you cannot.
Again, they saying if you don't want him, we'll take him. You don't want him, we'll take him. What's your thoughts on that, brother Negro? White girls trying to lay claim to black dudes now. Huh?
Oh, you mean Miss? They are their property woman,
They are her
right?
property.
Yeah, that heifer, yeah. Let's really talk about these white women that want to have these I would say interracial relationships. They don't want to. They want to have the relationship, as in they want to have the sex capades, I would say, but they don't want the children. And I always look up nationally. I see a case them always abusing a biracial child or a black child that was carried on from another relationship. They're always abusing them, can't comb their hair. Like, do you really want to lay? Do you really want to lay down with a woman that can't eat? See, I'm from that old school. If her hair can't hold a comb, if her hair can't hold a comb, don't bring her home. Y'all thought Dr. Umar was bad.
Shout out to our sister
That's what
Quiet Scale. She said she don't
yeah.
mind the competition. She up.
Oh
Huh?
no! No, competition's good. I don't like unfair competition in the guise of that you don't see the I say you don't see the swirler crowd, as in the black women going around saying things. Well, if white women can't handle they white men, then the sister good. We can give them that Eve gene. You don't see that narrative being pushed, but you see that being pushed on us, which I look as a form of disrespect. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't see the equivalents like that on social media.
Well, I will say this, man. You know, the other side of the coin is how the praising of that particular sexy, independent, don't need a man, right, type of thing is going on. Niggas ain't shit, etc. Right? We look at look. Let me go to Exhibit A right here. Your girl Jasmine Crockett. She getting a lot of juice out here in these streets.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds.
Congresswoman Crockett.
Now, what's interesting in this particular clip, y'all, I'm looking at her smiling, laughing, ha, 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 he. But look what she then turns into. I don't know if this is sister girl energy or just something else that we're looking at.
Okay, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence?
I beg your pardon?
That went to
Sister
0
girl.
to 60 real quick. 0 to 60 real quick.
Right? Sister girl aggression. But, you know, niggas is out here booty clapping. Oh, Jasmine really be out here. Yeah, all right. Y'all want her to represent you, though. Umar.
I beg your pardon?
You're down bad, my guy. You're down bad because you probably got one of your baby moms is probably like this. But you know what? Here's what happens when some folks unfortunately make the wrong decisions. Okay? So let me go ahead and pull up something else. Right? And this is Cass will say, oh, you know, they'll ask me over time, yo, why you ain't got no kids yet? Well, because of shit like this that be happening. Right? This dude right here in this scenario, right? He found the kid. He found that the kid wasn't his after 6 years and wants nothing to do with the mom. But the family still invited her over to the events. And this is part of the shit right here that gets very sketchy and shit too. All right? The dude said the baby ain't mine. Oh, but he been in your life all this time. You know, why don't you just... No, that's not my kid. Dangerous shit. Let's go ahead and play this.
You need to leave, bro. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to leave. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro.
Don't talk to
Y'all need to leave.
We don't talk
the
about
last 6 years.
Don't talk to my sister like that.
Man, hey, bro. Hey, y'all.
I'm talking to you. I'm just saying though,
This ain't got nothing.
Don't talk to my sister like that. Look at the unaccountability here. The sister played, check me, the sister played like dude was the father of that child for 6 years. All the while, she more than likely knew, because a lot of females like this know you not the father. All right? Shout out to Maury. You are not the father in a lot of these scenarios. But you're supposed to be the guy immediately in situations where this chick is supposed to be accountable. You're now put in a position where you're supposed to take the higher role, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that means. You had this man paying for a child for 6 years that wasn't his. How on earth can he just take the higher road? And again, in this particular scenario, the family is inviting her over to events that's still going on because the family got attached to that child. Instead of supporting the brother who said, hold on, this kid ain't mine. This kid is not mine, y'all. I can't be around this situation no more. Every time I'm around this kid, I'm reminded of how this girl was lying to me. How she knew the whole freaking time. Just unaccountability here. But men need to be accountable for everything. You know how much money that man probably put out trying to take care of a kid that's not his? Oh, go ahead, Brother Negro. You started to say something, man.
Yo, this is that same incident when that NBA player, I think, had the family go to his house and they caused the altercation. And he clapped them all up. And they wanted that, and it was self-defense. I see the same type of scenario, just without the guns. They came to this man's house. They came to this man's residency, bringing that type of drama to his place, his residence, his home, his castle. Disrupted his peace. I swear.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I swear. This is that. I don't have to respect the black man's rights. I'm seeing Dred Scott being pushed by the family. I don't want to go too deep, but that's what I'm seeing here. I don't have to respect this black man's right or his space.
Right.
After he's been aggrieved and violated for 6 years.
Agreed.
But they worrying about the mama of a person that's not a part of his family.
That part is the quiet scales.
Yeah. They don't see the hurt of that man. That man is still hurting. And if that man would have bulldozed over it and took out the whole family, I can't say he's wrong. Well, they brought that confusion to his household.
Right.
They brought it right to his doorstep, man. Just like dominoes. Like, no, that ain't cool. Our black families need to do better in protecting our black men. Not physically, but protect them from unwanted scenarios, just like we were seeing right here. They put that young man in harm's way. They put that man in harm's way. Not cool.
Let's spin some more of this right here. Now check the chick. This is what bothers me here. Okay. Now some folks will say, yo, Chef, she just trying to keep the peace or whatever it is. But it looks like whoever this chick is with the gray pants on, she looks like she's the new girlfriend or the new wife, right? And she's backing him down while the baby mom is holding the kid right there. Instead of just saying to her, get up out the way. To me, this is where the non-accountability comes in. The condoning of this kind of type of behavior comes in. And it becomes very dangerous because that chick is in the wrong, right? Now, some folks, again, will say, oh, well, she's just trying to keep the peace. Nah. Sometimes, there's some chicks out there that are territorial of their space. And even if the man is within that, she becomes territorial of him as well. I needed to see that type of energy exhibited here instead of allowing this man's manhood to be violated. He's being emasculated, and the family is contributing to it. That's the wild thing about it. His own family is contributing to his emasculation.
Family buck breaking?
It's diabolical.
Don't do her like that. She been asking about you. She miss you. She miss you. She been asking about her daddy.
Just calm down. Hey, baby, hold on. Baby, y'all good? Yes. Hold on. Come on, John, come here.
You think you can just talk to my sister any type of way?
No.
Just talk to her.
Don't take it out on that baby. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between
me and you.
But don't put them churn in it.
How you think I feel?
Don't take it out on that baby. Now, in this case, right? Who's taking it out on who? Who has always taken it out on who in this case? We got to be realistic. 6 years of knowing that that man wasn't the father of your child, but you get to pop up on him. You get to make him financially accountable. But don't take it out on that child. And now it gets pointed at the man. This is the fucking danger of shit like this. This is the problem I've always had with these kind of scenarios. And in that type of, and check this out. This is why this is such a good layup to Dr. Umar's situation. Because what happens here is that mother, right, will then take that child away and say your dad, right, if he wanted to do it, okay, or that guy that she found out wasn't the father of the child, she gonna say that was really your dad over there, but he didn't want you. She gonna spin it because she around the kid.
That jigger ain't shit. That's what she would say. That jigger, because you know I don't like saying the N-word, but she would say that jigger.
This is so dangerous, man. Let me see what my sister Quiet Scales is saying. So he's supposed to take care of a child that's not his with a smile on. Right, sis. He's supposed to be cuffed up with a baby that ain't even his. After she just told him, yeah, the kid ain't yours, but you did what you had to do for 6 years. Shout out to our brother Q, man. Peace, Q. Peace to you, man. Shout out to our brother Q from Leicester. Okay, if you're here for the first time, make sure you go subscribe to our brother Q, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, make sure you go subscribe to our brother Q. But again, in this scenario, we look at another brother who's holding an L for something that moderately had to do with him because he laid the pipe and she just saw him as an easy lick.
Ooh, wait. Let's rewind that part. I've been seeing a flood of women saying that because they're in relationship, it started off with those white women, the Tiger Woods women, if you get what I mean. Saying, because I was with this man for so long, I'm entitled to benefits, but she ain't got no ring. She wasn't married to that man, but she wanted to take half his income. That's the entitlement that I'm seeing here. She's saying that, well, the relationship went south, so you're still going to have to pay for that, jigger. That's what she's talking like to me. And this is what some of these women do in our community. Not all, but some of these women be doing that.
Right.
Black, white, different. I've seen it across the spectrum. I could point to many different ethnicity of women that operate like this. And that's very dangerous if our women in our community move like that, in that manner. We should. So I just wanted to throw that out there when you said that. That made me think about that.
Well, I will say this, Brother Negro. Again, in this scenario, I feel for the brother because he holding a bag that he really don't even need to be holding on to anymore. Found out the kid wasn't his, you should let that man be after that. But no, everybody's bringing him around. Let him live. Let him live. I mean, he listen, respectfully, he did his charity case already. Right? That's a charity case. Where's that child?
He need a countersuit.
Where's that child's actual father at? Why they telling this man who they forced to play father all this time, right? Let me say that again. Where is that child's biological father at while they forced this innocent man to play stepdad this whole time? Right? But don't take it out on that kid. The kid got nothing to do with it. Where the real father at? Huh? Shout out to my sister Jade in the building. Good to see you, sis. Salute to Sister Jade. Shout out to everybody that's checking in for this happy hour brunch, this happy hour service right now. You know, we got mocktails going right now. This light mocktails, light little appetizers. We're going to get into the Dr. Umar thing right after this. All right? Let's play a little bit more of this, y'all.
I told you I was sorry. I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened. But this ain't got nothing to do with her. This is between.
What about what you did? Right? I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, but this ain't got nothing to do with the kid. So why are you still bringing the kid around? This is the dumb shit I be talking about. Why are you still bringing the kid in that environment? You're making this man go through pain. And then cats say, and guess what? This is the type of shorty that'll say, this man is emotionally unavailable. He'll get shamed because he's trying to, not deal with the bullshit that he had to go through mentally. This is the same type of chick that'll say, oh, he was emotionally connected. Dumb shit like that. This is why the brother got to go black off of something like this. You did him dirty. And then you want to parade the kid around in his face. Diabolical. Let's play a little bit more.
Me and you.
And salute to that man. He ain't deserve that. He ain't deserve that. You know, he didn't lay it. He don't get to hold it. You know what I mean? He might have piped it down, but she was probably one of them, okay, okay, it was one of them things. Let's, you know what I mean? It was cool when it happened, but now I'm over here with it. She made that man hold the bag for 6 years. Literally hold the bag. Okay? Literally blow the bag. And they got all these family members around there supporting it. That family ain't shit. That family did this man.
Both families, because you got her family and his family there.
Right.
We got to keep it. This brother got extended family coming at him. Man, I'm gonna say this. This brother needs. I hope he gets the necessary mental therapy that he needs to get over that.
Say that again.
Yeah, he need to get that mental therapy on. Because I can only imagine what that black man going through. Thinking that that was his legacy, that was his heir, and that child has his last name, and then he had to remove that. I don't
beg your pardon.
See, I don't think women understand that men have the right and authority to name children, right? Because that comes with extending the bloodline.
Wait. Hold on, brother Negro. What if this fake offspring of his has his last name? She gave him the bag for the last 6 years. What if that child has this man's last name?
That's why I said he needed to countersue. Remember, I might have said it a little too little lightly, but he needed to countersue. He need to get that money back. There needs to be a precedent in our community that we don't support liars. We don't support wolf tickets. That woman stole something that's irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. Damages his reputation right now. He looked like a domestic abuser, and he ain't that. She's the one who's victimizing him. She's out here and being antagonistic to him, and she going right to his doorstep with this nonsense. So now, if this man would have lit off the whole block, and I'm using it metaphorically, but if he would have lit off the whole block, y'all would say he's wrong for that. Y'all would have said that he was. Yeah, they would have said that this black man's uncontrollable. This black man, he toxic masculinity. All those names. So yeah, I honestly, man, my heart go out to the brother, no homo. But my heart go out to him because ain't nobody checking to see what his wounds are like. Ain't nobody checking to see what that black man going through. But it's all about the kids, right? She said it's all about the kid, about what the kid felt. If she cared about what the kid felt, she would have known who that father is of that child, and she would have matched that child with his correct father.
Correct.
If she really cared about the children. See, I don't like the way she doing that because she's playing on that man's heart. She's playing on that man thinking that he's weak. and just because he's being a good man. Man, that really messes me up mentally. Like that really messed me up right there.
This right
It breaks
here.
my
Shout
heart.
out to my sister Q to the scales. Check this. She said two things that I want to touch on. He needs to sue for paternity fraud. That's one. Number two, using that child as a pawn. This leads us to the perfect Dr. Umar segment here. The weaponization of the child.
That
Okay.
stemmed from slavery, brother. That stemmed from slavery.
Okay.
I could point to Willie Lynch. I could point to. I have another book when shout out to Dr. Short when rape was legal.
Mm,
These different things where some of the women in our community used our babies in during slavery as leverage, as tools to get themselves out of oppression. See,
right.
I read certain books that have that talked about those narratives. See, they don't want to talk about those narratives, but there are women that operate like that.
Right.
So
Right.
this really this you hit me in the heart with this one right there,
No,
right in the heart.
I had to touch on it, man. But you know, and this is a situation where I've seen a lot of men hold an unnecessary L for women like this. Okay, these women are predators. Okay, and I would say to a degree terrorists. I don't care what you. Yeah, they're terrorists. God
They're
damn it.
paternal
I
terrorists.
beg your pardon.
Yeah, Dr. Umar, paternal terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, to be very clear, the wolf is in the building. Brother Juan J. Johnson, sir, are you up to speed and how are you this afternoon, sir? This
I
evening, sir.
believe I am up to speed and I am doing well.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys see me? Let me see something. I'm
Yeah,
experimenting with this new.
Yeah, you loud and clear, brother.
yeah,
I'm
live and in effect,
experimenting.
sir.
Okay, stream some access. Okay. Some new features from StreamYard, so it's
Okay,
allowing me
okay,
to
yeah,
be a
yeah,
part of
yeah,
the
yeah.
chat. But I'm up to
Yeah.
speed. I'm up to speed. Yes.
Okay, so what say you about this first part here? Matter of fact, I want to leave you with this question before I shout out my first contributor here. Ladies and gentlemen, we would also need a sponsor of today's broadcast to keep this thing going. But Brother Wolf, sir, seeing if you're up to speed, you see this situation. What do you believe as a law enforcement, right? A former and in some regard current enforcer, right? Right? What would you say is the appropriate a punishment? Yeah, I think we need to call that. What is the appropriate punishment for this baby mother's doing here? I'm going to leave you with that question. Let me go ahead and shout this person out real quick here. Shout out to my brother Negro for hitting the cash app with a $5 cash app on the book. Salute to the brother Negro. Rob the flex, give me them shots. And a round of applause for our brother. We appreciate you, Brother Negro, for putting on the books. Thank you, sir. Brother Juan J. Johnson, let me go to you, man. What do you say would be the appropriate method forward here for this lady's, I would say, indignified and unjustified action toward this innocent victim? Okay, this young man is a victim of paternal violence, sir.
The punishment it's interesting, because well, here it is. He needs to at least cut her off completely. 6 years. How many children now?
Well, it looks like it's one child of his.
So he has.
Six,
So he has one by her.
6, and the kid is 6 years old.
So he has a child by her.
Yes.
Oh well, that changes everything.
And she told him that the kid was his, and he found out through a test that child is not his, sir.
Yeah, we would have to. Well, if there's no kids by her from him, then I would immediately end the relationship, and I will be filing some papers really fast because again, you don't. If you don't have trust, you don't have nothing.
Right.
I lay down with you. I sleep with you. You feed me, and you're holding one of the darkest secrets you can hold is I know it's not my child, his child. What else would you do to me?
Well, you know how intentional that has to be? The
That is
deceit?
That's diabolical. We're being too honest. We're being too generous.
Right.
That look, every day you wake up, every day she wake up, she sees the other father of that child. And have to do something with her mind to fool the man that she's with. You're looking at this man and you know he ain't the father. But you have to shut him off mentally and become something else just so he can stay around to be the father. That's diabolical, man. Because guess what? She took his choice from him.
Bingo. There you go. Come on.
See, we don't deal with the choices. If you just be straight up with me, is this my kid from the beginning up? Then give me a choice to stay in your life. But you didn't give me no choice.
She didn't give him the choice to choose.
So
the chance to choose.
Yeah. When you take my choice from me, then we don't have nothing.
Right.
And that's what she did. Any woman who knows she has a child from somebody else and you're in a relationship and you haven't disclosed it to your partner, to your husband, you have taken your choice from your male or your mate or your partner. And that's some very diabolical behavior right there. It's almost unforgivable.
It has to be. Well, here's the compounding trauma to this experience here. The family is vouching for that child to still be in the presence of that man.
Well, of course the family
and the family is the man who's aggrieved in this case.
Because a child has been birthed and they're looking at how long he's been around, but they're not looking at the betrayal of the female. It's almost like, well, overlook that. Let's just deal with the child now. No, because the child don't have my blood, number one.
Right.
And y'all can sleep on blood all you want to, but if that child gets sick and needs a blood transfusion, he can't give him the blood transfusion because it's not the same father. Huh?
Come on.
Now, let's keep it a buck.
Listen, whoa. Shout out to our brother Negro with this one here. What happened to his body, his choice in this moment, y'all? What happened to that? So the feminazi groups on that side, right? Y'all only running around when you want to be degenerates, right? You want to be outside butt naked, you want and dancing around little kids. Your body, your choice, and you only seem to do it for mutants. Yeah, I'm calling them mutants. Okay, mutants and butcher type chicks that be trying to throw their titties all in the air outside in front of little kids. This young man has been aggrieved. Where are those groups? My body, my choice. What about this young man's body, his choice? Yeah, he may have chose to lay down with this girl's mother, but he didn't give birth to this child, girl or boy. I can't remember if it's a boy or girl. but he didn't give birth to that child. That child is not his. He is not the father. Dr. Umar.
I beg your pardon?
He is not the father, sir, in this case. So he has been aggrieved. He's been extorted, right? Let's put some real words on this, Brother Wolf, Brother Negro. He's been extorted. He's been harassed, right? He's been robbed. What else can we add to that? Give me some good. Give us some adjectives that make sense in this case.
I want to say that it's racialized. She wouldn't do that to a white man, but she could do it to a black person. So I'm gonna call it black on black crime. This is a black on black hate crime to me.
Oh man,
I'm 2 days. I'm 2 days in a row with the hate crime talk right now because you got to keep in mind. I think all her children are black in there, so obviously she's targeting black men with this type of behavior. No different. Like she is the female Big U of the neighborhood. Let's go.
Wait a minute, Negro. Yeah. Go ahead, Negro. Come on.
Yeah. So you know where I'm getting at here. She waiting for you to touch down. She's already quick to extort you with a baby that ain't yours. You gotta pay that tab, and he ain't even getting no cookies. Yeah, I will feel some type of way, man. I'm surprised that he ain't wild out and took out half the bloodline at the doorstep. Like salute to that brother. Self-control. His masculinity intact.
And that
his masculinity is intact to me.
It's intact, Brother Negro. I'm gonna salute you on that, sir. Okay. Yeah. This young man's masculinity in this moment, control, poise, okay, in this moment is phenomenal. In this case, I gotta flip the table even on my family. You putting me through this. Okay? Again, let me remind everybody that's checked in. Salute to my man Next Level, my brother ABM in the building, my sister Jane, everybody that's checked in with your boy. Salute to y'all for checking in. Let me say this. That's a good question, Jane.
Right? Good question, Jane.
Where's the baby father? The actual biological, right? Because you're still bringing him around this man. Is that baby father a piece of shit?
I beg your pardon?
Is the biological baby father a piece of shit that you don't feel the need to take him around? You take that child around him so they can be at the events, but you want to bring it around this dude that you forced into stepdaddy hood. Let's keep it a buck with that. You forced him into that. This is diabolical. What was my man Lex Level saying? Is he a willing participant? After 6 years, he finally found out, brother Next Level, and he said, get that baby from around me. That ain't my kid. So she ran a play on him. She ran a play on this dude. Like many women do. Go ahead, Brother Wolf.
I think, again, we have to put respect on choice.
And she depraved it. She stripped him of that. But go ahead.
His choice from him. Ladies, when you're out here sleeping around and having these kids out of wedlock or having these kids that you know don't belong to the man you with and you don't share that information, you're taking his choice from him. You're operating out of fear.
Come on, Wolf. Come on.
That's fear. That's all fear right there. And fear and love can't occupy the same space. Okay? So you know that energy you put out, you're going to get back. Eventually, it's going to hit you back. So all those who are listening, who are in this situation right now, remember these words. You're taking your choice from your mate, from your partner, from your husband. You're taking their choice away from them because you won't be honest. Okay?
Right. Shout out to that. So
you can't expect when the tides turn and when he say, I don't want to deal with you no more, you know why, right? You took the choice.
Come on.
Let me know if there's a baby on board. Let me know if you're sleeping around. Let me know if you got another partner.
Come on, Wolf. Cook.
But to not let me know, then you take my choice from me. And I can't trust you no more.
That part. She violated. You listen, I don't know if butt breaking is worse than being put on paternal assignment. Right? To put on to be assigned to a baby that ain't yours and you gotta foot the bill for it. Right? Like, and then you find out, right? That's what I was saying for y'all. Some of y'all coming in here late. Salute to the 60 plus in here. This man essentially was assigned to fatherhood for the past 6 years to a child that was not biologically his via a baby mother who knew that the child wasn't his. And then this man, unfortunately, has a family that deems it necessary to support that child being in their company around this man who is aggrieved. Okay? The family is treasonous. Let's start there. That man's family is treasonous. 2, the chick, she might be a feminist extremist on the low, right? Let me have a baby by this cat, because women only do this. Let's be clear. And shout out to my sister Q to the Scales. Let me get what Q to the Scales put in here. Q to the Scales, where you at? What she put in here? Hold on, where my sis? She got all the smoke for a good man, but not Pookie. Huh? Shout out to my sis, Q to the Scales. She ain't taking him over there to the barbecue at Pookie house. Pookie probably ain't even got a house. Huh?
Hey, Chef, you know the reason why? You know the reason why? Because he knows that man ain't going to put the hands on her, but Pookie would. Pookie would smack the brakes off of her. But this stand-up black man right here, he wouldn't do that. Because you see it right here at the height of what he's going through. He still kept his masculinity in check. Salute to that brother. Salute to that black man.
Let me put some flesh on these bones too.
Come on.
Right? Now y'all know I did policing for like almost 3 decades. Right. And this was a regular occurrence in our neighborhoods. Regular. He ain't the father.
Come on.
And I've seen many brothers broken for believing they were the fathers of children that they belonged to them. That they poured so much energy, love, and their resources into that child, only to be told, you're not the father. But he's supposed to suck it up and act like nothing's wrong. Stay there. No, it's not how it works. How can I trust you again? That's brothers have said on the street. But worse, in other words, you can't trust her. The trust is gone.
Right.
Most women know when they cross that line, they fear of the repercussions of that day. Because they know eventually that day is coming because they crossed the line. And they live in fear every day, knowing anything could happen that'll bring attention to that child, or that child's father will come out of nowhere. I mean, the boy could be minding his business, and the original father could be still stalking. Okay?
Come on with it. Come on.
And she ain't said nothing to him, and he get approached randomly. He get janked or get killed randomly because she ain't told him that's not your baby. Man, we're gonna put some flesh on these bones.
Yeah. You're not Yeah, it's so much more, family, than what we're seeing within this particular framework, right? There's so many other, because a lot of the sisters y'all in here, y'all know some crazy niggas out there. Them damn, man, listen. Setting this man up, but she want to keep going around him. Why you going around this guy? You found out that he was not the father. Is the other side of the coin you didn't find out who the father might be? Huh?
You know,
Or,
some people just,
you know who he is, and you just prefer that your new child is not brought up in that environment.
well, we can't.
So you put the Captain Save a hole on this nigga's back, and his family supporting it. Diabolical. Go ahead, Brother Wolf.
Some people, it's unfortunate, and I see it often, or I've seen it. They are addicted to drama. See, we don't deal with that drama aspect or that trauma aspect. Some people got so much trauma that they can't function without trauma and drama.
Right.
So he a good dude, but you don't have no problem bringing the trauma and the drama into his life because she ain't been healed. You know, they walk the earth they will sabotage stuff.
Right.
Okay. Because they are addicted to drama. And that right there, I wouldn't be around that. I wouldn't be around his family knowing the situation. That's drama. I'm gonna take my child right up in that house where his family is, and he gonna be the father.
That's crazy, right? Bro, listen. For me, it's like, man, I think of in scenarios like this. I start thinking about Harriet Tubman. I could have freed a lot more niggas if they knew they were slaves, right? And in this case of this brother, he trying to get up out of there, but the rest of them is trying to bring him back to the plantation. That is forced fatherhood, or at the bare minimum, child support until that child is 18 years old, right? And it be your own that do it to you. Crab in the motherfucking barrel. They think by forcing this man to be more of a man than he already was, right? Having taken care of this child for 6 years.
Right.
They want to say, no, you got this baby until it's 18 or whatever it is, or for the rest of his life. That's yours now.
Mm-hmm.
That's your son. No, it ain't, motherfucker. It ain't my legacy. A man has the right to protect the actual authentic biological legacy of his own. This is not his biological legacy. Why you going to put something on me? I didn't want to adopt no child. That's essentially what the man's saying. You making me a foster parent. It's so wild. You making me become the ward of the state, be this kid's ward of the state. You making me a foster dad. Get out of here. Go ahead, Brother Wolf. Pardon me for cutting you, sir.
No. I think if I'm reading this thing correct, he didn't have no problem being a provider until the betrayal.
Bingo, sir. Yes. Yeah. Until he found out 6 years later. 6 years later. So for 6 years, he was stomped down. This is my kid. I'm holding this kid down. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to do what I got to do. I got to put my pants on, scrap up, pause, right? And take care of this child.
He had to go to that job, somebody calling him the N-word. He had to go, he had to deal with the abuse on the jobs that we go through, minding our own business, being black in America, being a Negro and all that.
That's right.
I'm actually, and this man stepped up to the plate. He stepped up just to get beat down. This is actually getting my blood boiling about this.
It is. It's a violation.
Because the thing is, even if we were to throw that woman in jail, the child is going to suffer. The prison system don't have enough jails for women that do this type of criminality anyway.
Come on.
And the judge is going to just let it go because he's trying to get paid off it too. with the child support scam and all that. So like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was my cat, but yeah, I was actually kind of annoyed with this, man. Like,
And check this, brother Negro. In this very moment, they're pointing at the aggrieved man, telling him that the child has nothing to do with this. So why are you being aggressive in this moment? When the culprit is the baby mom. She's the violator, the villain. But they going at the brother right now like, yo, while the brother is sitting there saying, yo, y'all not about to make me no bitch. Let's make it, yeah. In my own crib, you not about to make me no hoe. Man, listen, that's like somebody holding him down and putting a strap on and trying to blow this man back out. That's crazy, and it's his family. That's why I'm driving this home. Yeah, some of y'all might be, oh, he harping on it too long. Nah, brothers that go through this don't get enough respect, support, or enough outrage in the areas that are necessary. Right? So I'm on it a little bit, and then we're gonna go to Umar.
So
because I don't go ahead. Yes, sir.
Let's put some days attached to that.
Go with it.
6 years, right?
Yeah.
We know it's 365 days in a year, right? That brother was with that woman for 2,190 days.
God damn.
2,190 days of betrayal.
That's making it make sense.
Huh?
24 hours in a day. Go with it. 24 hours in a day.
We hit 6 years. Like, no, it's just 6 years. No, that's 2,190 days of betrayal. Okay?
Knowingly. Intentional betrayal. Huh? You know how diabolical of an individual you have to be?
And he found out kind of early, because some folks don't find out till 18 years later. He found out kind of early, because some would have had to get that bag up. And he just may have to give that bag up depending on what state he's in. Yeah.
They'll run that play on him. You've been in that child's life. You was there to sign that birth certificate. Right? You the father now. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. You're gonna have to keep sending a check at the bare minimum. Forcing that. So go ahead.
The craziest thing, brother Chef, is that she was slain next to that man. She was, like you said, cooking his food, maybe cooking the food for the child. I could see her having contempt, hatred. This is why I said this is anti-black hatred, and she's a racist. I'm standing on it. She's a damn racist. I know one when I see.
Hold on, brother Negro. This is where you get to shine, sir. I need you to do what the Negro does, because unfortunately, a lot of folks, when you say racist, they immediately go to black, white. They go to the color shit. But I need you to break down her usage of quote unquote authority over this man.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. What I mean that she's a racist is he was a victim. And it seemed like any man that she slept with, I look at them as victims. Including the man that is the father of that biological child. He's a victim too, because he doesn't know. He might not be aware. So I see a lot of aggrieved black men, because that's a black baby in our arms. I don't care what y'all people say in the chat. That's a black baby on her arms. And she's a racist. And she only doing that, and she feel like she can get away with it because she's only dealing with black men. Because she wouldn't be doing this with the Asian man. She wouldn't be doing that with the Latino man. But she feel comfortable doing that home and bringing that trash amongst us and telling us to eat that steak off that garbage can lid. That's why I'm very disgusted with this woman. Because there's a couple of these type of women out there in our society that we know verbatim that do these type of crimes, and they're allowed to operate in government. They're allowed to operate amongst the society and make pivotal decisions that could affect the outcome of our children, our people, our loved ones. This is no different from that little tether woman dancing on the head of those elderly. The same type of nonsense, same type of disrespectful nonsense. And they know that some of us brothers, like we're in the United States, we're a little comfortable. So we ain't gonna go off and collar a woman over this type of stuff, because we got the powers to be. We got all these type of things that are against us. That's another reason why I said it's racist, because she knows that she was trying to insinuate a situation where the cops could be called at his place. She's bringing the police to his place, when it need to be up in the door at her place with a search warrant and some handcuffs for this woman. So yeah, this woman is an anti-black bigot. She's a misandrous individual who don't care about her children, because you got a plan for your children before you even create one. That shows that she didn't even care about her womb at all. I'm frustrated. I'm very disgusted with this woman, because there's a lot of these types of women that do this in our community, and they don't get the type of smoke that they deserve, because they consider her big mama when she's a harlot, when she's a Jezebel. That's what she is. That's what she is. That's why I'm saying she a racist. I feel bad for that black man. I really do. My heart, no homo, my heart go out to that brother, and I hope that he gets the mental health that he needs and that he deserves in this system, and then some, because he need to be protected mentally. He need to be protected socially. He need to be protected by his influence. She damaging his credibility.
Let me read what my brother ABM saying right now. Ultimately, what this is demonstrating is there is zero order in our community, and nothing a black woman is ever wrong. Nothing a black woman is ever wrong for. Hey, in most cases, brother ABM, I have to agree, sir. Or does wrong, correct. Shout out to brother ABM. Nothing a black woman ever does is wrong. Okay, so we, man, let me play some more of this. I don't know how many of y'all actually caught it though. Let's spin the block. I look at the reaction from the family members toward the man that's the victim, in this case.
She been asking about her daddy.
Just calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. Hey, baby, hold on. Baby, y'all good? Yes. Hold on. Hold on, John, come here.
You think you can just talk to my sister any type of way?
No.
Just talk to her.
Don't take it out on that baby. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between me and you. But don't put them churn in it.
How you think?
See there?
That's matriarch right there.
Come on, Wolf. Let me pull the Wolf.
Matriarch energy right there.
Come on, Wolf.
Huh? Keep it 100.
Come on.
That's matriarch energy.
Salute to the 60 plus in here. Come on with it, Wolf. Don't we here now. We here now because nobody speaks for the victims for these victimized brothers like this. Yeah, it infuriates me. And I don't have no kids. You understand what I'm saying? I got no kids. But I see how women be running these plays and doing men dirty. And you out here, you working hard, you doing whatever. And some a good amount of these cats, they actually do be good dudes. Mm-hmm. They actually be good. But she can be a Charlotte, a harlot, a Jezebel. Shout out to Negro. She can be all of that. Right? And there's no accountability. This is the problem I have. So yeah, I'm speaking up for that brother in this moment today. And then we're gonna see what we're gonna look at brother Umar. Even though I think he's full of shit to a degree, but if he tried to be a part of his daughter's life, that's something we need to examine here. Brother Wolf, go ahead, sir. You had a thought, sir. I don't mean to cut you off.
I don't forget my thought.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna drop it back down. Whoa. So let's play a little bit more, y'all. Look at that. Look.
I told
Look at that man. Let me slow it down, cause see how he talking. But see, somebody gonna just tell this man, just get over it, man. Just man up. Huh? Family? Am I wrong or am I bugging? Huh? In this case, y'all just tell him to get over it. 6 years. How many days, Bubba Wolf?
2,000.
Right?
2,000. The
easy 2,000.
2,190 days.
Get over it, man. Get over it. Them 6 years of that man's life could have been spent spinning the block somewhere else.
Yep.
Investing in things. Making other moves. Because listen, check. Let's make this make sense. 10 years ago, actually 15 years ago, the first year of a baby was about $10,000. You're gonna blow 10,000 on that baby in that first year. Pew Research says 10,000 you getting hit up for in the first year of that baby's conception, or that baby's being born. So he hit a $10,000 lick. You know why? Well, he ain't hit a $10,000 lick. She hit the $10,000 lick on him, right? And you know why I say she did? Because guess what? He ain't coming around her. She coming around him.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to his home. Ran the play on that man. This shit got me hot, man. I seen how some of these chicks did my little brothers. Actually, my one little brother, how this chick did him. Then my cousin. I seen how they did my cousin. Nobody speaks up for these cats, though. Watch with this man. He's like, my feelings. What about me, mom? Right? Yeah, bro. Hold on. Come on. Let me give him. Let him have his.
No, that's between me and you. But don't put them churn in.
How you think I feel?
How you think he feel? Get over it. You a grown man. How Wolf? How Brother Negro? Get over it. Man up. You get over it. You be all right. Get that shit out of here. You robbed that man. You violated that man. And you're still trying to violate him. And he's saying enough is enough. Right? We could everybody else can understand when a Jennifer Lopez come out with that movie, Enough is Enough. Right? Mm-hmm. Or any other movie, right? Tyler Perry. What was that movie with Tyler Perry? Where the chick was getting beat up by the rich black dude and she almost drowned his ass in the bathtub. What's the name of that movie, y'all? Mm-hmm. Come on, Fanny. Help your boy out. A Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh, okay.
Right? Diary of a Mad Black Woman when she almost drowned that dude in that tub.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, but this is the shit. This is the shit I'm talking about. You understand me? So yeah. How you think he feel?
Hey, is Karen right? Is she using homie like an ATM machine? You saw me going in on Karen early, like 20 minutes ago.
Karen said it. ATM. White girl said it, y'all. The white girl woke it up. Nobody want to hear what the white girl's saying, though. Oh, she don't get to speak on it because she white. Huh, brother Wolf? White girl don't get to speak on it. That's a black thing. If you ain't from the black community, you don't get to speak on it. Well, shit spewing out like fucking acid all over the place. Huh? Karen said, you know what? I'll take him. Shit, he did a 6-year bid, quote unquote. A 6-year bid. Wolf.
Yeah.
For a child that ain't his. 6 the hard way. Huh?
Mm-hmm. 2,000 days.
Shit. That man did a 6-year bid, brother ABM, Sister Quiet Scales. Let me see what this is. Where is the loyalty from his family? She cheated and had a child on him. This is what I'm talking about, my sis. Shout out to Quiet Storms. Where is the loyalty from that man's family for him? They turning on their own family member. Leave that man, leave it alone. It ain't got nothing to do with your kid. This man gonna be traumatized. You know how many more years he gonna be traumatized because of this? Shit. Ayana Van Zandt can't fix this man's life after this. Huh? Shit. God damn it. But anyhow, we done cooked on this very thoroughly for this particular happy hour session here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers, any last thoughts on this particular subject matter before we get into Dr. Umar?
The Negro,
Pause.
he cooked.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
definitely put the right word.
Where's that? Where's the cook from Roland Martin? Cooked.
I ain't got that plugged up, man. It's about Dr. Umar today.
I beg your pardon.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Salute to everybody that's still tapped in. The 60 plus of us, or 60 plus of y'all checked in the building right now. Make sure you are sharing this thing out. Oh man, my sister Star is in here. Sister Star, good to see you in the building. Sister Star coming through as usual. Salute, sis. Good to see Sister Star. All right, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Everybody saluting here. So let's have a conversation. Umar has come out and said the evil vegan baby mom kept him from seeing his child. And she was also mad that the dude didn't want to marry her. Okay? So in the previous thing that we just covered, you got one fake baby mom trying to push a child on a man that it's not even biologically his, trying to push the child on him. The kid ain't his. And then you got another one who said, you know what? The child is yours, but because you won't marry me, okay, I'm not going to allow you to see your kid, which is being alleged here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of this, y'all. We did touch briefly on the weaponization of the child that seems to happen particularly, well, I only hear about it in the black community. I don't doubt it happens in other communities, but I do hear about it in the black community the most. Okay? Let's go ahead and play this.
The evil vegan baby mama number 2.
I beg your pardon.
The evil vegan baby mama number 2.
I beg your pardon.
The evil vegan baby mama number 2.
I beg your pardon.
I gave her 2 weeks to get in touch with me. I messaged her through Instagram. I'm sure everybody in Philly told her, you got 2 weeks. This man wants to see his child who you've been holding for 13 years. For 13 years. For 13 years. And if I don't see her, I'm going to tell the world why I don't see her. So we have come to the deadline for the evil vegan to manifest my daughter.
Really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're under a rock, which could happen in today, just to bring everybody up to speed, Dr. Umar, I would say within the last month or so, has been receiving some unnecessary internet attention via baby mamas and offspring. Okay? And they're alleging that, you know, because he wants to be Captain Save the Diaspora, he has lacked in his fatherly duties. Okay? He didn't want to be a part of none of these kids' lives. Right? So now we are here where I'll tell you what, and this is just a cautionary tale for anybody doing this media stuff. Okay? You better believe in 2025 and beyond, okay, that if you actually make anything of yourself through these internet streets, and you may have curved a shorty or a guy, this is male or female. Tailing on the internet is the number one thing that cats will do to try to tarnish your reputation. Okay? Folks immediately go to the internet. You better believe this is what this is. Tyrese, we saw for Tyrese baby mom, and now all of a sudden she's a whole motivational speaker while constantly coming after this man for child support, alimony, all type of shit. Right? She ain't black, chef. Man, listen, cut that shit out. Okay? This is just what folks do. Okay? We are in the age of the internet. So when you decide to make something of yourself, you get a little bit emotional on these internets. And even if you ain't got no baby mother, baby father, but you bubble a touch, an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend will try to put you on blast via internet. You better believe that. So it's a gift and a curse. And I would say to anybody that's doing whatever they doing on here, especially if you got the nerve to be this, blackity black, but you do that shit, they can't wait to try to talk some bullshit on you. Okay? So it's going to be a cautionary tale for you to pick. You got to pick your poison, family. Pause. And respectfully. All right? So just keep that in mind as you are moving forward and you get into these internet streets, because this is where they go. Let's keep on going.
Because the evil vegan put a post up a couple years ago. Baby mama number 2, the evil vegan, put a post up. And we're going to get to her in a minute. And she said he doesn't see his daughter, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said, because somebody sent it to me. It was on her Facebook, I think. And she said he doesn't see his daughter because he's too busy running around the world saving black people, something like that.
Now, my question to y'all, let's check this. Let me ask to the family that's in the chat. Would that still be the issue that she has if the man was actually involved? Or wouldn't even be an issue if the man was involved with her? Right? So my thing is like, okay, according to her, Dr. Umar is never present, has never attempted to be involved. Right? He calls her evil vegan. I don't know these baby moms' names. Right?
The blue Smurf and the evil vegan.
Yeah, Smurf and evil vegan. You got all these names. Thank you, beloved. You got all these names. But would that be the case, right? Or is every female that, for the most part, or most females that come into proximity from proximity to an internet sensation, always looking for an opportunity to launch their own internet flow off of your back? Right? What say y'all in the chat? All right, what say y'all in the chat? What you think, brother Negro? Is this an attempt by the baby mom and the daughters to get their internet image up off of their father? Or he just a lame, a potential real lame, as they're saying, or alleging?
Okay, my thing is that, they consider him lame now because he ain't looking out for him, but he was never lame to begin with. That man is I might not like his stance politically, but that brother did do something. That brother went and got his degrees, got his credentials, whatever, and what he was doing. And he actually in the process of still building that school. So my thing is that I'm observing here is that what do these women have to offer so they can be online anyways? What service are they going to provide? What outreach are they going to provide? Hell, aren't they the first teachers? You got Dr. Umar as your father, as your as the baby father. You can't get no gems from him. I'm just saying, by proximity, since they want to use his fame for proximity, how about use some skills that the brother actually have in proximity and do something for yourself in your community? Because Philly ain't a safe place. Philly ain't a cool place. I'm like 45 minutes up the street from Philly, family. So I go there once in a blue moon, or almost like, I'll say, on average, I might go up there about probably like 3-4 times a week. So I see some things up there. I know Philly a little bit. That's a dangerous area. That's a rough area. And they didn't like, these women didn't go to college. They didn't want to tap into Dr. Umar, but they want to steal the clout so they could do what? Tell jokes all the time, goof around all the time. See, if I was Dr. Umar, I would be pissed off too, man. I would be. Because this is how they messing up my name and my legacy. But it's also a cautionary tale. And you can't just go around shooting up the club up in anything nowadays. That era is over with. I think I might have been the last generation of shooting up the club. You thought it was cool. Not no more. Not no more. So again, this woman is blocking a good man from seeing a child, an educated man from seeing his child, a man who has standing in the community, good, bad, or indifferent. She's saying he's a nobody still. If Dr. Umar is a nobody, what does that say about a Negro like myself?
Right.
I'm just gonna keep it a full stat. That's King Kong consciousness. I might not like him I might not agree on every little thing, a tit for tat, but he does have some standing. He does have some type of little shred of credibility in what he has left, you know? And if Dr. Umar, the one who's caping for sister girls from all around the world, ain't getting no love, what does that say about the regular Negro man who is not getting any love at all? So, yeah, this is a deep conversation here when it comes to Dr. Umar.
Shout out to you, brother Negro. You know, brother Juan J. Johnson, sir, what say you? I mean, again, we're looking at a situation where the weaponization, you got a mother and a daughter tag team in one man. That's essentially what's happening here. Ganging up. So when our brother Juan J. Johnson, let me bring this back to light, brother Juan J. Johnson. When you said in our previous broadcast that gang culture, sir, is a product of the matriarchy household, while we're watching a mother-daughter team up against a father, no real concrete, just a bunch of hearsay. I then say to myself, Brother Juan is not far-fetched at all in that assumption or even that statement, because we're seeing it act out daily, right? We're seeing it act out. We just saw it in the previous clip, family. We saw them women gang up, and even the simp boys. Oh, you take it easy, man. Right?
Don't that about my sister, man. Don't say that about my sister.
Don't worry about my right. Co-signing this shit. What say you, brother Juan J. Johnson? Wake that up a touch.
Full disclosure, I have not seen this video ever. I did see the video that his daughter put out, the first one she put out. I haven't seen him since then. And his video, his rebuttal. But I'll say this. The biggest issue I'm seeing is we don't understand unresolved issues. And when you have unresolved issues in your family, between your loved ones, then eventually it's going to come to the surface. All the good that we do sometimes can be undid by unresolved issues. Him not being in that child's life is an unresolved issue. Right. Him not being in the mother's life is an unresolved issue. Eventually, your unresolved issue is going to come to the front. And this is what we're seeing, that no matter how good he was, how smart he is, how much he's traveled, that unresolved issue was always waiting to come to the forefront. So now he has to try to get ahead of it. I don't know how you get ahead of it because, again, I'm listening to the children basically want a relationship with their father. The mother wanted a relationship with the baby's father, and they couldn't come to no happy medium for whatever reason. Again, I don't like to really speak on people's relationships and families, but because they're putting it out there, I'm going to take this road that any of us out here right now, and I say us, me, none of us is exempt from some unresolved issues that have not yet hit the scene.
Right.
Okay. Especially when you become in a household name or you're trying to do something.
Come on.
And then a family member or a friend or a loved one will just appear and begin to throw some kerosene and strike a match to your legacy.
Right.
You know, when you hurt people. Hurt children, hurt fathers. Hurt children, hurt mothers.
Hurt people. Right. Come on.
You know, hurt women who want that man in their lives in spite of the baby or because of the baby, and it doesn't happen. It becomes a scorched earth situation after that.
Come on, let's go back to that now. And this is what your man Umar is alleging right now. Although, before we continue, I do call him the prince of procrastination. God damn it. Umar, that school still ain't open, sir.
I beg your pardon?
Why hasn't the school opened, Dr. Umar? I'm just trying to get some understanding. This is all you was able to do, sir?
I beg your pardon?
Can I talk a little bit about the field trip?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you guys know I'm in Biden's backyard. So the next spot I'm gonna have to roll up on is Biden's turf. But I gotta look out for the CIA and all them, So I gotta do my due diligence, family. So I'll get back to y'all later on that. That's the joys and the privilege of being in Biden's backyard.
Right.
So in Biden's backyard, there's this Pan-African school called FDMG. So I drove up there. I'm about 20, 30 minutes away from there. I'm giving you the Negro time because I ain't going to give you the real one because y'all might end up trying to zoom in where I'm at. But I'm in arm's reach.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah. I'm in arm's reach of the business, right? So I drove up there. I went up to the block. One thing I noticed, it's a very Muslim-centric area, which is a good thing, whatever. That's good for them. But the thing that I noticed the most, that I didn't see that many Black American folks on that corner like that, where that school was posted at. That was one thing. It's still under renovation. He's still got stuff that he's cleaning out. He's still got stuff that's going on. So there ain't no teaching going down at all. So I'm looking at it as like this man's just holding this building here, ain't doing nothing with it. Then I'm looking at other, like we desperately need a school, right, to educate our babies. But this man puts up the school that we got. He ain't going to teach our babies the way that delineationology. He ain't going to teach them about who we are as a people here on this planet. He going to just throw us in with the world, and I got a problem with that. Like we Negroes here. We're not Negroes everywhere. And having that message pumping out of that school, I don't know if it's a good thing for our people. And if he's not doing anything with it, maybe somebody need to really confiscate that property and actually flip that around and make that a Negro or Black American or freedman, something from the lineage-based community. That's something that I am throwing down there. Because we need to have a school that is delineated so we can teach the education that needs to be taught so we can build the things that never been built.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, I just don't see it coming from that school. I love you. I had a minor in sociology, fam, because I really do like Dr. Umar. He's the one who got me into looking into sociology because he had me thinking in that direction. So he ain't entirely too bad, but that school ain't it, bro. We need to have that delineated.
And we got Gerald in here. Let me bring Gerald up real quick. Gerard. Gerard said, come on. Even Umar said this is his baby mama number 2. There's a pattern. You can't claim pro-blackness when your own family is divided. He not taking care of business. Well, listen.
That's hard. That's an uppercut.
Well, hold on. Let's have a conversation real quick. Okay? I'm going to need Negroes to stop acting like they got the perfect family. Okay? A lot of niggas ain't talking to cousins or grandmas. I haven't talking to grandmas in a long time. You know where she at? You know where auntie at? You ain't speak to her. Right? This happens in any family. Okay? Any family. I don't care you black, whatever the fuck you are. This is a thing that happens in every family, and some relatives you just can't fuck with. That could be your daughter. That could be your mom. That could be your son, father. It can be all of those things. Right? It doesn't make you a less of a person. Sometimes y'all just not clicking on the same level. Right? And it becomes more detrimental for you subconsciously to move with whatever purpose you believe that you have. Because you're absorbed in what other people think about you. There are a great deal of families that are divided. Because every family don't see eye to eye. If we had that, Black America would not look the way it looks today. Collectively. We're not talking about a couple nice families here and there. I'm talking about the collective of Black America. If we had more of this unity, right? Or even somebody just saying, you know what, I'll play my lane, you play your lane, but for the greater good of the family, we'll move like this together. Black America across the United States would look differently. I don't care what nobody's saying. Right? And in some regards, honestly, the families that are portraying as if they are perfect families are the most distorted, degenerate, jacked up families on the planet. They look perfect. They present perfectly. Right? They'll give you the presenting aspiratorial presentation. But behind it, that shit is in shambles. I've seen it plenty of times. A lot of times that shit come out of them churches too. Right? Everybody at the church, they got a hat and everything. Everybody, you got a deacon, you got pastor, the family church. Right? Come on, man. We got to listen. I'm not even caping for Umar. I think he's a procrastinator. That's why I call him the Prince of Procrastination. All right. I also believe that Umar is on the opposite side for Black America. He's an issue for us with his Pan-African ideology. Yeah. But I can be down the middle with this. I'm not going to put the whole bag on the man. Right? And even in this case, Umar did not deny that those were his kids or those being his baby mothers. But what he is saying is he does deny not wanting to see or it being alleged that he didn't want to be around his kids. Now that I can respect. Because if a man is trying to see their child, and this we do know through the systems, this degenerate system, the weaponization of the divide between man and woman when it comes to the Black household, the nuclear family. That has been systematically broken down. Okay? So, I mean, again, if you got a predatory baby mother who knows that this is what how this system operates, and you watch her weaponize it, right? Like, come on, man. And trust me, I'm always ready to kick Dr. Umar back in. Trust and believe I'm always ready to cook this nigga. He got 50 out of me for that damn school. I was I was still in college when I gave this nigga money. Okay? He got 50 out of me. So I'm always ready to kick your back in, Umar, when if you hear about this broadcast. You better believe it. But in this case, I'm seeing it down the middle. And I know how women oftentimes weaponize their child against that father. And because that child is around that mother, he or she becomes poisoned. The whispers that constantly happen from that bitter mom in the ear of that child eat away. And you can't even think objectively after that. How do I know? Yeah, you know what? This is the internet. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Brother, let me ask Brother Juan, am I too far fetched in this approach, Brother Juan? What say you, sir?
No, I don't think you're too far fetched. I think that us not knowing the integral details of that family, their relationship, and anytime you got separation or division, you're gonna have some hatred, and that hatred turns to hatred. Say this again, that hatred would turn to hatred. See, when I listened to the daughter speak, she was hurt. And when you come out here on internet, when you go full social media on every platform, that's a whole different monster, because you're inviting people into your space, into your world, and nobody knows about it. I would never. Well, I can't say never, because you never know who's coming for you in your family or your friends.
Come on. You never know who's around you and waiting.
And if they come for you, then you got to take off their head too.
That part. Come on.
Daughter,
gunshot. Hold on, Wolf. Let me give you a shot. Take they shit off. Go ahead.
Daughters, sons, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. I reserve the right to take your head off if you come for me. But I don't lead with that. I don't think he led with that. I think he's trying to defend, but it's kind of, again, when you have those unresolved issues in your family, and you're right, no family is perfect. Trust me. There's some folks right now who can go online and say this about anything about me. Okay? And I have a choice. Do I address it and let it die? Or do I give it more energy? Because what you energize, you will materialize. Say this again. What you give energy to, is going to happen.
Well,
now he could just left it alone and let this die out, but he's giving it energy.
Right. Now, Jared, I second Gerard. I think that's how you say your name. I second what you're saying here, sir. I don't promote the deadbeat. Oftentimes, I will beat a deadbeat down. Well, I have been known to do that in my past, sir. Okay? I don't condone violence, YouTube. Let me be clear about that. Okay? However, yeah, we can't afford that. We can't afford the ratchet baby mother either, sir. Okay, the predatory baby mother, the womb auctionist. Okay, yeah. The womb auctionist. Brother Negro, help me out, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in on that part. In regards to, it's amazing how quick to throw the deadbeat stamp on Dr. Umar. Not me throwing on the cape on him. I wouldn't consider that situation a deadbeat due to the fact that that black man had the whole city looking for his babies. He had his whole city, allegedly. I heard Philly was out there calling the name of his baby to visit to tell him to go see the father. And the mother was disobedient. The mother didn't care about that. And it's like the same situation that we saw earlier, right? I bet you when she was like a brother of a Dr. Umar friend or whatever went and told the family, they said, well, you know, he could just come here himself, or they become antagonistic. That's all I'll say. Antagonistic to the messenger.
Right.
Trying to bring the good news and the right message to heal the black family.
Right.
And I really think that she did that on purpose. I think both of them women did it on purpose. And here we go with the anti-black stuff that I'm going to talk about, because I smell it on some of these women. I think that they're anti-black because they don't want to. What I mean is that they're tarnishing that man's legacy because they don't allow him to see his children. That's where I'm getting at. They're tarnishing his reputation and his credibility as a black man because they're doing that. They're doing it. He ain't doing it. I'm not even getting on the stuff that he does on his own.
Well, you know, check this out, brother Negro. The mother, the baby mother, and the daughters understand that the internet created him, and the internet can bury him. They didn't decide to go have a conversation or handle this a different way. They went to the source of where he gets his bread buttered. Right? That's like, you know what this is, ladies and gentlemen? Let's simplify. Let me put C on the big screen real quick. Y'all know what this is? That's the equivalent of a stalker baby father or a stalker baby mother showing up at your job, trying to get you fired, trying to cut off your livelihood, right? But in this case, it's not only is it the baby mom, but it's the weaponization of the daughter. Come on with it, Brother Wolf. Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that when you understand the power of the internet, this is a global message. They could have, when I did policing, we would have parents, children, if they didn't feel safe, just bring them to the police station, and there could be an exchange there, or just meet in the conference room. Okay, because some parties are very hostile.
Right.
Some people want to see blood. Right. Some people want to see death.
And this family, right, Wolf? This family.
Nobody can have you.
Right.
Okay. And we'll sacrifice some children. Okay. This is not good. Again, this is some unresolved issues that eventually was going to come out. And he knew it. He didn't know when, though. You never know when that unresolved issue with that child or that mother is going to come to the surface. And by him being an internet sensation globally, because he's known on multiple continents.
Right.
They had to know that we're gonna tarnish the image, his image. Okay.
It's the crab in the barrel times 10 mentality. He up there, he never was in my life. And you know what? Matter of fact, I'm not gonna get too much into this. Let's get some more context from Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
Prince of procrastination.
And then she said, he has failed to keep his appointments with his daughter. Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? Baby mom number 2, evil vegan. When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? When did I ever have an appointment with my daughter? So you've been lying just like Mama Smurf. Both of y'all been lying to the world, telling them I don't want to be bothered because you don't want to tell the truth. He didn't marry me, so I didn't want him around. You will be with both of us, or you will be with neither one of us. That's what Mama Smurf told me.
Get down or lay down. Get down or lay down. Is this what we're seeing here? You know, let me family in the chat. If Umar is capping, throw a little chef in the chat. If Umar is capping, throw a little chef in the chat. Throw some knives, some forks in the chat, family. Because again, I mean, what he's saying is not a new narrative story coming out of our community. Well, women have always weaponized their children against the black man. Okay? You know, and I'm listen, again, I call him the prince of procrastination. It is not me putting no cap on for this dude. Right? And I want my $50 back, Umar. Hold on, let me put me on the screen real quick, God damn it. Umar, I needs my 50 back. That school ain't open. God damn it.
I beg your pardon.
I needs my 50. Give me that 50 back. But as I was saying, family, I'm not caping for this man. I'm not. He owe me money as far as I'm concerned. Because this is not an open school. Okay? This ain't no open school. So you owe me 50.
So watch this. I think this is a wake-up call to anybody who has a situation similar to this, male or female, child, and if it can happen to Umar, it can happen to you. That what you think you're controlling right now, you really don't have no control. Because it's no pain, no fury like a child or a woman who believe they've been scorned.
Right. Come
okay?
on.
So just this is a what's this? This is a wake up, because this Umar and his family represent probably millions of families where the mother and the father, the child, and the child hasn't seen or talked to the parent, one or the other, and the hostility, the rage is built up, and and they decide, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'll tell your audience about you.
This is like, listen, Katz is worried about about Russia attacking America. Man, this is more dangerous. You got your family. This is supposed to be your family coming after you, trying to bury you. Let me see what my man ABM said real quick, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. This be a typical tactic by a woman to turn the child against the father. Sound like the child support dried up, and now mama is salty. Holla, my nigga ABM. Yeah, it do sound like it's a little dry. You understand, ABM? It sound like it's a little dry, fam. I ain't gonna hold nobody. But Gerard said, listen, his response comes off as immature, unadult-like, and petty. Well, listen. Honestly, his livelihood is the internet, right? So the response is to meet that energy where it is. Because she brought it to his, I mean, you could say that's his domain. It would be fair to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The internet has been this man's domain for almost 2 decades now, running the school play.
Run the scam.
Yeah. Running the
I gave
school
money
play.
too.
Oh, he got you too? See you, hold on. Dr. Umar.
He got me too. That's the reason why I did the
You
filter.
owe this. Oh shit. He got
owed the
all
whole
of us
panel.
on this. He owed a whole panel.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, nigga.
I gave him money at Willie Wilson's church in D.C. Union Temple Baptist. Even took a picture with him.
Oh man.
That's about more than a decade ago.
Oh my God, God.
Probably around about 2010.
Oh shit.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Gave him money. Took a picture. Shook his hand. I want money back.
Yeah, give us. We need a
With
refund.
interest.
I did the old school way. I mailed it the P.O. Box way.
Okay, so you sent
The
it to that
P.O.
P.O.
Box
box
way.
he had.
Yeah,
Okay.
the P.O. the
Yeah.
SDMG P.O. Box. Yes, I did it.
Yeah.
It was against my old man wishes. My old man at the time frame, he said he thought he was an op. My old man's like, no, he's like he too much of an agent, and that's what his perspective was. I liked him because he was talking all that black stuff. Like I was like, okay,
The nigga's a
like
talker. That's how he got 50 out
he
me.
was.
Pause.
Yeah, he got a little. Yeah, the young little brother when I was in understudy, all pumped up. Coming to these classes and stuff. I might cite a Dr. Umar here and there. Man, he. The thing is that the reason why it hurts a little bit and it hurts a little different, even if we have different ideologies and different stuff like that. I look at it as that's another black man in a black family. That's what I see, and I see that every black family go through something.
You ain't black.
Umar
Oh, man.
Cuban. He Cuban.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. He
You
is.
ain't you
Wait,
Mr. Delineation?
Wait. Didn't I make a comment in the section? I said, "Is his baby mama's black American?" I said, "What's the lineage of them babies if it's Pan Africanism?" I cover myself, but I'm trying to be a little compassionate because he's like a household name. I grew up watching Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? That's why it hits. It hits a little different.
Okay.
It hurts.
Yeah.
That's the reason. It hurts a little bit. Like it stinks. Like
Let's pay some money.
the thing is, I want him to go out by white people or something like that, and like doing what he do, not going out by his own family. Like he got that he got that warrior vibes, just from a different perspective, whatever.
Well,
I don't see warrior. I don't see warrior vibe. No, he's not a warrior. I'm a warrior. He's a talker.
Oh, okay then.
Come on.
Yeah, he's not a warrior.
Yeah.
I know a warrior I see when he's not that.
He's a motivational speaker.
Yes, he's a great educator. And
Well,
like I said
let's-
before, Chef, the educators and historians are the ones who led us to astray.
Come on.
We keep it 100.
Come on.
It's been the educators and the historians, like the black culture, that led us astray. Not the warrior class. Nah, they don't want to. You rarely hear them talk about them guns. But it's been the educators and the historians. I love me some Dr. Ben. Love me some Dr. John Henry Clark. I love me some Amos Wilson. I love me some Dr. Welsing, Chancellor William, Barashongo, Jesse McDade. But Jesse was a warrior. Take that back. Jesse was a warrior.
Well, hold on, Wolf, real quick.
Stack you hard, fool.
I love that clip. But again,
I love that one.
We don't put respect on the warrior class like myself. And I'm on a crusade to undo this, to take back the leadership from the historians and the educators. They have their place, but they ain't leading the fight.
Come on.
Okay? So Umar, great historian, educator. Nah, he ain't built like this. He ain't built like this. And I've been out here for I've been out in these streets for a minute, and I can't get inside the folks' places, churches and community centers per se, because you know what? You're talking about the gun. Well, what else we gonna talk about? You talk about everything else. You talk about faith, finances, family, friends. What about the firearms? And look, y'all need to like, share, and donate too. You get the real stuff tonight.
You want folks to protect themselves. You ain't getting invited to them damn universities, sir? What the hell?
But we need more people doing what you just saw in that video. Going to the range. Those are my students. That was me leading the charge. Those are some of my students shooting handguns, revolvers, learning how to defend themselves. When I'm on this panel, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm trying to keep it 100. That you know, I'm not just talking to him myself. I do this for real. I eat, sleep, and drink this. Okay, so like chef, he's a Michelin chef. I'm a Michelin fire instructor.
You understand?
Okay.
Man, you need a drum roll after that.
Nah,
you need to go to lwftraining.com.
You understand? LWF.com. You understand?
Yeah.
But no, again, I understand that sentiment, ladies and gentlemen. Our brother Wolf, he touches on it. Too much talking and not enough squaring up.
Yeah.
You got to get back to the old shit. Yeah. And I mean, he does a great job of talking. Yes, this nigga he'll talk you right out your pockets. He got all three of us on this panel. He probably got some of y'all that's in the 70 plus in attendance right now. Got y'all up out your pockets. Okay? But we all that contribute still ain't got no damn school. And we ain't even paying, I'm not a panty. Okay? Some of y'all might not be panties. But he was talking some fly shit. Now, you're dealing with, he's getting the nigga treatment from his own family. Huh? That he getting a nigga wake-up call from his own family. Let's play some more.
Wait. Hey, wait, Chef. I got that fraud. I got that new fraud triangle, specifically dealing with the black activists, quote unquote, but I call them melanated activists. But there is in the form of extortion, because he was belittling. Wasn't he going like? The reason why I'm kind of shifting my position a little bit now, because I saw one of the brothers said something in the comment, Brother Gerald, I think, or Gerard, or something like that. Salute to that young brother. Had a helmet on. His helmet is on tight. So let's really go there. This man shifted the politics of our community to a certain extent, where it's almost where we're torn as a people as a result of having Dr. Umar here. He was going out there threatening celebrities. He was like the big U of the academic world. Can we keep it 1,000? He was like the big U of the academic world. He was running up on people about that school and everything else, targeting celebrities, Black American celebrities. Oh yeah, the Black American ones. But I never hear him have this type of smoke for the rest of the diaspora. Like I never hear him calling out, like one of those African presidents. You ain't donated to my school, but your people here in the United States, Nigeria, Ghana. So yeah, I'm kind of with them on that. I think that they need to. I think somebody that school should have been. I think somebody need to take that school and renovate that. From the lineage. It need to be it need to be. What's that word that what they do when they snatch up the land? They confiscate the land.
Confiscated.
No.
Eminent domain.
Yeah. Lineage is lineage domain.
I beg your pardon.
On the page. Lineage domain. We got to seize that on behalf of the lineage. We have to seize that on behalf of the lineage.
I beg your pardon.
We have to confiscate that, Dr. Umar.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, I'm sorry, sir. You got to come up off that school,
I beg your pardon.
It has to go down like that. It has to go down like that.
Y'all got me thinking I should just take that school and make it a firearms range.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, an indoor range.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, an indoor firearms range. Yeah. Yeah, let me think about that long enough. I may do it.
Let's play some more of this, y'all.
Mama Smurf said, you will be with both of us or you will be with neither one of us. And then baby Smurf says, my mama didn't want to marry you. Tell your mom to swear on the Bible. Baby Smurf, go get the Bible. Go get your Bible. And tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. Tell your mother to put her hand on that Bible. And tell her to swear that she never told your father you would be with both of us or neither one of us. Tell her to take it to the Bible. Your mother is a Christian. Tell her to swear on the Bible that she didn't tell me you will be with both of us or neither one of us.
That's where I want to go real quick. Again. Now that sounds like something I've heard before. I'm saying that because I've seen it done to my little brothers. I seen it done damn near verbatim. Damn near verbatim. Okay? You got a lot of these chicks who will weaponize that child in a heartbeat, and they understand the support that they get from this system of white degeneracy. Okay? With the objective of dividing the families. Yeah. So that sounds right up the line with it, because even when I said before in previous broadcasts that one of the greatest allies to the system of white degeneracy is the BW. Folks damn near try to get Chef C up out the way. Huh? Yeah, listen. Them raggedy kids is coming from that single parent house. They coming from it. Because what mom knows how to do is guilt trip and whisper, shaming. You know, because she can't hit a lick on the baby father. So even if you're a daughter, she gonna take it out on you, verbally abusing you. All right?
You just step in there next.
All right? That's what happens. Go ahead, brother Wolf. Pardon me, sir.
It just seems like the things that he spoke against is the very thing he birthed.
Oh, man. Did y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Did y'all hear that? God damn.
The very thing that he spoke against, single families, out of control children, baby daddies, is the very thing he produced.
Right, and it ain't no shit. You can't get away from this, y'all. You can't get away from this. You coming from the black community, you gonna get this work. You gonna get it one way or another. You could be a baby father, or you could be just a person who wanted to do something by the community. You gonna get ran down on. God forbid you become some internet sensation.
You know what? Not even that. God forbid you go into politics. God forbid you become something important to the community, and you have that, again, like I said, that unresolved issue in your family, with your friends, with a loved one. At any moment of the day, the month, the week, the year, they can decide, you know what? I'm going to take him down.
I'm going to take him down. Now watch this, Wolf. Watch this to make it make sense. You say even in politics, right, Wolf?
Yeah.
Now, how many of y'all forgot that RFK's family went against him during this past election?
Yes, they did.
Y'all remember that? The whole side of that Kennedy family walked RFK down.
Man, they called that man crazy.
And
like,
I know.
Called him crazy. They were trying to get him.
Well, check this out. The only reason I bring it up, and I'm gonna give it, I'll pass it back to you, Negro. Pause. The only reason I bring that up, y'all, just to make sure that we understand. Okay, this is not C just saying the degenerate shit is happening in the black community. The betrayal, etc., is happening in our community. This is happening. We saw this happen on a political level.
Mm-hmm.
From what people consider America's royal family. They called the Kennedys the royal family.
That's
y'all.
right.
Okay? So we're gonna make it plain here. Yeah, nigga got a little bit of brains up top. Pause. But I just want y'all to understand. Right? You go all the way from America's royal family to the conscious community family, quote unquote. And you see the same fuckery going on no matter where you at. All right? Go ahead, brother brother Negro. Yeah.
Wow, you touching upon that. Just with the stuff that's going on in our community. You start to examine like the Obamas. You start to even examine Bussy Gillum. We talked about him. Like the women that sit along with some of these dudes that they know that ain't about shit. Right? Like some of these dudes are no good, no earthly good, but they with them because they feel like the notoriety, whatever their fulfillment might be, is I guess is being fulfilled. But it seems like it's always at the expense of our community. Like imagine if Gillum did became the governor of Florida, and then he got caught up in the hotel. Damn. It would look real bad on us. So like it's just some of the, and I don't know if he's from the lineage or not. They got to get that verified. But
right.
so it might be half bad on us.
Well, let's play some more of this here.
And then you said, when I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? Baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like. If you marry a man, I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman. Let me say that one more time. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman.
You just step in their necks.
Let's go there real quick for a second.
Are they buck breaking Dr. Umar?
Well. Again, this particular mindset from Dr. Umar, that's from the old school, who would stand 10 toes down on that shit. And you know what? I respect it. You still owe me 50, nigga. But I respect that. Because, somebody got to put their foot down when it comes to this. That's masculine. My daughter should be marrying a man. A real biological man. Not assigned at birth. All of that funny affirming bullshit that y'all like to add in. Right? I respect it. Yeah. Brother Juan, if you don't mind, sir. Matter of fact, let me put it in a private chat first. I don't want to ask you this online, because. But I would say for me, as a man who have no children, I would still, if I had children, I would be like Dr. Umar. Okay.
I'm like that. I salute you on that. I second that.
Well, I'll say this: as patriarchs, which we are, we don't apologize for standing on the patriarch.
Okay, so matter of fact, then all right, then Wolf, I can ask you this question. I ain't even got a private message you.
Yeah.
If your daughters wanted to marry another woman, would you co-sign that, sir?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna love you, but I don't co-sign that. Look, again, I'm always pushing the scriptures, right? Does God love that? Because I love what God loves, and I hate what God hates. Very clear with that. So, if that's a choice they're going to make, you make that without my blessings. My blessings are important. People don't understand the blessings of the Father rest on the sons.
Well, check this, Wolf. Check this. Gerard says, wait a minute. The scam artists played thousands, and we supposed to show some empathy. Oh, transparency. Well, I'm not a part of the we. We're individuals here. Okay? But also, let's be very clear, sir. Objective. That's where I land. Objectivity is where I land.
Yeah.
So although he may have run the play and hit a lick on all three of us on this panel, I'm still objective. Okay? Go ahead, Brother Wolf.
Again, for those who have a problem with the patriarch, you have a problem with God. Say this again. If you got a problem with the patriarch in the scriptures, you don't have a problem with me. You got a problem with God. And that is the problem. Okay? I'm going to always love my children. But I don't like every decision that they make.
Right.
And you can't ask me as a father who has respect for the scriptures to sign up on something that even God won't sign up on.
Easy, Wolf. Come on now. Come on.
You know, it doesn't even make sense. See, I'm not afraid to draw a line in the sand and say you're wrong. You're out of order.
God ain't co-signing, but the wolf supposed to co-sign
it. No. Look. Man, that is one of the biggest challenges with us is this. We have a form of godliness, but we deny the power of God. We confess with our mouths, but we don't believe in our heart. And again, this also comes from the matriarch. All of it. I'm exposing it. Again, because the matriarch raised his children.
Easy, Wolf.
Okay? Wolf. Although he said Little Smurf said, well, look what she said, because I don't know her name, which is, I wouldn't do that. She did say that the mother has a boyfriend or a stepfather who will help raise her. At the same time, watch this. As mad as she is at him, she actually asked him, would you still give me away? Would you be at my wedding? That's like a double consciousness going on there. I'm putting you on blast for the whole world, but will you escort me down the aisle if I get married? Would you be there?
Come on, Wolf. Come on, Wolf.
Come on,
you're
now.
confusing me. Am I out or I'm in? Do you love me or don't you? Well, you're my dad, but you're still a piece of no. You don't get to hit. You don't get to take punches at me. Right?
I got a different angle on this.
And check this out real quick. A lot of times, the mothers will deputize the children to be the assassins. Okay? To be the Marxist. Okay? To be the hitman or woman. Mom would deputize them. Yeah. That, we don't want to have that conversation. Though, where my man ABM at, man? We don't want to have that conversation. Mom will deputize that child to hit the lick for her because she always wanted to steal off on dad and never had the opportunity to do it. But anyhow, go ahead, Brother Negro. You started to say something, sir.
Yeah. What I see is that they don't want that man to have his last word. The man always has the final say and the last say on any of those decisions that come out of their household. And I see how they're trying to circumnavigate that, disrespect that man, and say that you got to take this. And I don't like that. I think that that's such a bad precedent, you know. And I'm just building off of what y'all two are both saying, how powerful the man's authority supposed to be up in the household. And I feel like they take it away from that black man or melanated man who's representing or pushing whatever. Well, he's all mixed up. But this is another part of the problem that is like you can't even defend the guy because he's not in our interest. So like I'm
push back.
And it's hard, it's very hard to be objective about it because like he has done it so much damage to our community due to miseducation, due to pushing of certain things that could be to the detriment of our community. Reinforcing those by building an institution in a Black American enclave type of area. So these are some of the things. Yeah, these are some of the things I see that is problematic. And do we want to have that type of message amongst our babies?
Right. Do we want
and that's the real gut question. Like, and it's not even me hating on the guy, because man, shit. One time I wanted to be like home. Like I thought he was like, but the craziest thing is this whole Bible thing. He's a Pan-Africanist, right? He believes in African spirituality. So therefore, is that whole? I have to talk to you, Lone Wolf, about this. Is he allowed to even set up a type of swearing type of on the Bible type of situation, since he's a non-believer? Will that still hold weight? And if so, if that's not the case, then is he just like that'll change the whole meaning? Because why would you swear on something that you don't believe?
I think you're mixing apples and oranges. But I will say this.
Okay.
A father's word is supposed to be the last word in the house. If you in the house.
Come on.
See, he wasn't in the house.
Huh?
How you going to be the last word when you're not in the house? They're saying he was never a part of the family structure. So how can he have the last word? How can any man have the last word if you're not in the house? What the women would do, we will consider your word. You know, the children or eggs or possibly pushed to, what did your father say? What did your father say, right?
Right.
But if he's not in the house, it's going to be a challenge for him to have the last word. And to your second point about the scriptures, well, even if a person's not in the scriptures, whether if you're practicing Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the male's role don't change. We give instructions, we provide, and we protect. And yes, we're supposed to be the last word if we're in the house. That's the patriarch. That's why we do this. We don't run from it. We embrace it.
Right.
Okay.
Let me play some more of this.
Nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not, because I do not support that lifestyle. I love all African people. I love you as my child. I love all African people. I love you as my child, but I will not co-sign that. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that nonsense. Mama Smurf, I cannot believe you allowed our daughter to get caught up in this nonsense. You should have gave me my baby. I'm talking to Mama Smurf. When you knew you ran out of energy raising our child, When you knew you didn't want to raise her anymore because I wasn't going to marry you, you should have gave her to me. You know why you didn't give her to me? You know why you didn't give baby Smurf to her father? You didn't give baby Smurf to her father because your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter.
Weaponization of the child. Hold that kid hostage and present it as love or protection for the kid, when it's really you trying to take a lick back at the baby father. I've seen it so many times, man. I used to help, people out at the shelter. I was that guy, man. I seen it. But go ahead, boy. Pardon me, man. Go ahead.
I just would not. I'm one of those type of people who look. If I can avoid the internet or anybody in my business at all costs, I'm gonna avoid that. This should be. These discussions should be among a therapist.
Correct.
He should have a therapist.
Right.
And he's a therapist. He
Therapist
knows
for the therapist. Yeah.
Come on now.
Family therapy.
Yeah, so I'm not legislating this before the world because it's only gonna do more damage to the child. I mean, the mom and dad have lived. The child got some continue to live when they're gone.
Yeah, the child got some more living to do.
Okay, so when it grieves me because I'm like, this is not even if me and the daughter are not on the same page, I'm still going to try to protect you from yourself. I'm going to call you, text you, look here, I need you to come off this internet. I need you to, we got to sit down and talk. This is not for the whole world to see. He ain't doing that. It's just crazy, man.
Well, you know what it is, too. Listen, this is family waging war on itself. Okay, this is war. This is somebody trying to decapitate the other person or people. This is harm. Okay, oh, chef, you overdoing? No. Okay, because if you cared, you'd have showed up at maybe one of them conversations that he be having, or y'all would have met off the internet. This is someone saying, I'm going to attack you. All right, and realistically, that's why I say they say family could do the worst shit to you.
She's going against the patriarchy.
Watch this. Check me. Hear this out for a second. In firearms, right? There's like 4 cardinal rules for safety.
Come on.
I'm going to quote the last rule. Know your target and what's beyond your target. I don't know if Umar was the target or was the audience the target. Because we haven't established, do she want to get him or does she want everybody to know about him? Because in firearms, if you miss, you're going to hit somebody.
Come on.
Okay? So know your target, what's beyond your target is a rule for safety. And right now, when I hear them two go back and forth, or when I hear him, if he's looking at her as a target, then he's missing the boat because he's missing her. And the world is listening. And like I said, when he's off the scene, it's going to be some residual effects from her. And the family, and the mother. This is crazy. Matter of fact, this is a sick Negro, right?
Brother Khalid Muhammad, help Wolf out. Goddamn.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's not even following I don't think he's even following his own instructions. How would you tell somebody else to handle this? Would you tell them to go online and rebuttal it? or would you call for some type of meeting, no matter how long it take to get that meeting? You may not get the meeting overnight.
Yeah, he was in this for me in this, and I agree with you, Wolf. He was supposed to pull a Jay-Z in this moment. Huh?
Yeah.
He supposed to pull a Jay-Z in this moment. Right? Okay, speak to my lawyers, or we need to meet in private.
Yeah.
And until we meet in private, I'm not going to address you. I'm going to ignore you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what people do with larger platforms. They ignore the smaller platforms.
Yep. Don't give it no energy.
Don't give it no energy. So when Gerard says that, you know, he may be a lame, you know, he may be on some bullshit. To a degree, I understand that position. Right? Because, I mean, I really don't think Umar isn't smart enough to understand the perception that he had, the perception of him to the world, himself to the world. So in a situation like this, yeah, I'm trying to talk to my daughter, but I don't need to talk. I think that even in this situation, because even when I run Umar down, Umar don't say nothing about this platform. Huh? I done did 4 broadcasts about Umar. He ain't give me no energy. Nigga, I'll blow up overnight, nigga. Don't you ever give me no energy. Wolf, don't ever give me no motherfucking attention, Dr. Umar.
I beg your pardon.
You understand me? I'm going to get that 50 back somehow, goddammit. But treat your daughters and the baby mom, in this case, like you've been treating little platforms like us.
Mm-hmm.
A little on their necks. Huh?
Yeah, what you energize, you will materialize. And he's energized this thing. Again, if he just ignored it, she would have went away. Although he would have had some naysayers, he would have had some hate, but he wouldn't have had this type of response. But I don't know if he's taking his own advice. And this is crazy. Because I'm always thinking, Father, even if my daughters are out of order, I still want to protect them. I'm still going to be there to provide for them. Right. I'm still going to get some instructions. Unless they say, you know what, we don't want you. All right, then, that's something different.
Right.
I'm not going to force my love onto nobody.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know who he listened to, and I don't know who he trusts. Because that's the question. Who does he listen to, and who's he trust for advice? Did he watch this? He always talking about the elders, going for that. But did he go before the elders and give instructions how to handle this situation? Did Umar Johnson go before the elders?
Oh shit.
Okay. And did they tell him to go this route? Because he's always talking about the African construct, the elders, the wise ones. Who is giving Umar instructions? Because I'm pretty sure if I was on that council, we ain't doing this, brother.
Right.
It's too much at stake. Let them get out this system, and we'll deal with this outside of social media. No.
Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the latter end of our program here, y'all. Let me play a little bit more of this, and we're going to get ready to get up out of here.
Your hatred for me was greater than your love for your daughter. You should have given me my baby once you realized you no longer wanted to raise her. But your hate for me was greater than your love for our child. And that is why we are where we are. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. Young black men, please learn from our mistakes. There are women out here who will get pregnant by you on purpose, thinking they're going to become the wife. And when they don't, they will ostracize you from your child. It happened to me twice. And we're going to talk about the second one in depth in a minute. It happened to me twice. Both of my daughter's mothers wanted to be married. And when I would not do it automatically, shotgun style, Shotgun. They wanted a shotgun marriage. And when I did not do it, they ostracized me from my child. Brothers,
I beg your pardon.
wrap up the Shango stick. No more broken homes. No more broken homes. I apologize to my race. I apologize to my elders. I apologize to my supporters. But I want to be clear. No man should be blamed alone for a broken home because women do as much breaking of homes as men do. Can I get an ashe from my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny brothers? Women break up homes as much as men do.
I beg your pardon.
Wait, this is the first time he actually got really honest. Because remember, a lot of people didn't like Dr. Umar because he was caping hard for the bad sisters.
Yeah,
And he always
everything, everything was mocha latte and French vanilla and caramel and butterscotch and
You know
all
what I
of
mean?
this other shit. Yeah, yeah. Well, Negro, go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, that was where I was looking at this whole situation here. Like, man, really, my guy, this is what you doing? Like, man, it really put. I'm out of words to say. I got a lot of words. Man, I'm praying for brother. I'm praying for. I'm praying. That's all.
You praying for Umar? He ran the play on you.
Hey, I'm praying for thy enemies. So they won't come again.
No.
I'm praying.
He went. Hold on, Negro. This Negro here.
This is a sick Negro.
This nigga went low, and you going high on Dr. Umar?
Man.
Don't do it, Negro. Don't do it, Negro.
Hey, man. It's just a lot to take in.
This is a sick Negro.
It's breaking my heart, but like, because it's like when you know how it's like when you find out when wrestling's fake, and you find out all the things, and the reality sets in when you start getting older. It's like that. Like this is your child, like that Jay-Z line. Your idol or your rivals become rivals or something like that.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing. Like, I don't see Dr. Umar. Yeah, he got that big platform and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know. It was just a lot to take in, bro. I'm at a loss for words.
Brother Gerard gonna say, yo, you caping for that nigga, man.
No, I'm
you
not
off cold.
caping for him. I'm not caping for him. I'm not saying I'm not. The thing is, I don't want to wish bad on anybody, right? And I don't want to see bad because I do look at that man as a reflection of myself. And I know that being in America, that's gonna it could cast an aspersion on our people. That's what I'm more or less looking, and I can understand what Brother Lone Wolf meaning by the target behind the target and what's it really hidden. And the audience is us. The audience is our people, our loved ones. So are they mocking the illness and the sicknesses that we not him, but is white supremacy pumping that to mock the illnesses that we have in our own immediate families, you know? So I look at it from I see the site behind the site, and I kind of see what Lone Wolf talking about. It's a much more. I feel like it's a much more bigger play.
Okay. Salute to the brother Negro. Brother Wolf, your final thoughts, sir. What do you think about what the young man said here? He said women, and this is a question to you, sir. He said women are breaking up homes just as much as men.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Look.
Hey, Wolf, would you say based off the Pew Research stats, would you say that because it's essentially almost 7-1, right? 7 women to 1 man, and women lead single parent households, would you say that women are the ones, I mean, through research, are the ones breaking up the families?
If the Pew Research, the Heritage, or CDC get their numbers correct, we cannot deny the data.
Come on.
Look, when are we going to stop lying to ourselves? Okay? The data is right there. You can't say for the last 3 or 4 decades that we are the most educated, right? The most successful breadwinners and not deal with the flip side of the coin that you produced some children that's inappropriate. Behavior's been inappropriate in relationships. I mean, we've got to really come to the realization that Umar knew that first one he probably should have strapped up.
Come on.
Then he did it again. So he went in knowing he wasn't gonna marry him. He just wanted to get it off.
Right. Right. The prince crash and burning right there.
Yeah. Unresolved issues, man. Again, everybody out here has an unresolved issue somewhere, somehow, by somebody.
Right.
And that thing can come up at any time. Anytime. And normally it surfaces when you reach a pinnacle or you make the decision to do something, and then voila, that male will come, female will come, or that child's gonna come. And you got to deal with that because you're on your way up. And they don't give a damn about you going up. It's your neglect and that unresolved issue. It's real. So Umar again, he knew it was going to happen. He just didn't know when. But I will say this about Umar. He knew that it was going to happen, not knowing when. But he still went his course. Like anybody who build industries, who have a dream, who become entertainers, educators, politicians, lawyers, who are the head in science, in war, but they have some unresolved issues in their families.
They said, shit, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. I'll deal with it then.
It's just when.
Right. I'll deal with it then. Shit. And Eddie. Hey, and that part. Shout out to my sister DW for coming through, sis. It's good to see you in the building, sister DW. Queen DW. You did. But yeah, I understand that position, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're gonna go ahead and stop this right now. Bring the brothers up to the conversation here. This was a decent conversation, ladies and gentlemen. I will say that this was pretty decent. Salute to everybody that's checked in with us right now. Let me go ahead and do this like this. Boom. Or this. Boom. 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 There we go. I like it this way. Just trying some of these new features out, like you said. Well, some of these new features.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Negro. Brother Negro, sir. Let them know what you got coming down the pipeline, how they can get a hold of you, sir, and what they can look forward to in the future, man, for sure.
All right. On April 19th, I will be at Black & Noble, which is a Philly Black-owned bookstore. I'll be having my first book signing for Delineationology, the science of delineation.
Hold on, Brother Negro. You said what? Your first book signing, sir?
Yes, my first book signing, yeah.
Shout out to the Negro. Okay? Yeah.
Yes, Delineationology. So if you liked some of the diagrams and some of the fraud planning that I had that detects fraud detection within melanin misrepresentation that we see that's going on in the community, you can always hit me up at Delineationology. This is an investigative science. That's what we pushing over here. It's a science to detect melanin misrepresentation, calling out the frauds, saying that they black and they ain't black. Kamala, where that you ain't black? Yeah, Kamala. Yes,
You ain't black.
There you go. So this is what we're talking about here. We're calling that out and just talking about the money, the wealth that's extracted from that. Talking about it from a historical lens all the way to the present day. And how it's affecting us now and what we can do about it. I'm all with brother Chef. Call Ice.
Right.
Call Ice. Make it twice.
Right.
Do it 3 times. It'll make it nice. All right. I'm telling you. Call Ice. See something. Say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
use that hotline because you do not know what you're encountering. You don't know what they could be doing, what they might hold, and what they could do to us. And they already have some of them have an issue with our community just because we are who we are. So my suggestion is get the book, check it out, and check out Black and Noble too. It's a good bookstore as well. I really had a lot of great books. So salute to them. Um and
Okay.
thank you for
What are we
supporting
looking
the
at price wise, brother Negro, for the
oh
different
yeah.
editions of your book, sir?
Yes, you can get the digital copy from me, Delineationology, $10.
Mm-hmm.
$20 on the website. You get directly to them and they'll mail it to you and you'll have it. It's $19.99. It's
Fantastic.
253 pages, has diagrams, has different definitions, meanings, explaining things, having historical references. I took my time with this because I feel like if we don't get delineation down, it's going to make it difficult for us to get reparations. So I want to make sure that we make it lean, clean, and mean, and really, really delineate and make sure we get what's owed to us, and make sure that we're protecting ourselves legally in all means, spiritually, physically. Shout out to brother Lone Wolf, 2A, yeah, all that. We need to start doing that. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for Chef for always supporting my platform, supporting my works. That means a lot. Salute to you as well, brother Lone Wolf, for supporting my works as well. That means a lot too. It's very hard to write a book, and sometimes it's a lonely road, family. It could be a very lonely road and difficult road, and to see the fruits of that labor, to see it starting to pan out. Like it's different between being in the midst of the vision and actually catching up and being a part of the vision that you're talking about and getting other people on board with this. I want us all to call out the frauds and be able to pinpoint it and all that stuff. I want us all to do that so we can get what's owed to us. So when they say immigrants don't harm us, oh, they're harming us when they misrepresenting us. They're harming us when they defrauding us and taking resources from us. So it's a much more deeper conversation. Imagine we have delineationology on these task forces, weeding out these people who are not from the lineage. That's what I'm talking about here.
Salute to the Negro, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our brother Juan J. Johnson, and also our brother Negro, man. Listen, if y'all can, make sure you just go ahead, even at the soft copy, at the bare minimum, or the digital copy, if you can't get a hold of that. To get the digital copy, it's $10. Right? Support that young man. 200 plus pages of informative, researched information here that he's going to be providing all of y'all. So definitely just go ahead and check him out. Cop a copy for yourselves and support the young man. All right. Yeah, salute to that. Let me see who else I got in here. What are we getting out of this conversation? You're gonna have to catch the replay. Brother Juan J. Johnson, it looks like your screen is frozen, sir. Can you hear me? I think they done got our brother. Damn, they done zapped him. Let me see. Umar got a hold of the DW.
I beg my pardon. I beg my pardon.
Oh, no.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, DW. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Umar not having a salute to the 80 plus in the building.
I beg your pardon.
Okay. So, yeah. Let me see what happened to the wolf. I think they kicked the brother out. Listen, I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and get me in here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us in here for this conversation today. Again, in our community, we're always faced with a bunch of different things, right? And I like to believe that, we can all rise above a lot of the challenges that we continue to face. Some folks are going to say, well, Umar's not a black American, chef, so you can't be out here caping for him. I say I'm not caping for the dude. I just understand the challenges that fathers face in this system of white degeneracy. And their unassuming allies that arise. In this case, it appears that it is his own blood. Right? So I wish that family all the best in getting things situated and they figure their shit out. Most importantly, taking that nonsense off the internet and dealing with it in family therapy. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. If you're here for the first time, make sure you have liked, shared, subscribed. Also, don't hesitate to go check out my other platform, The Cook Up with Chef C. All right? On that platform, do not bring the blackety black, pro-black stuff over there. We are only focusing on food there. I am a Michelin-trained chef, and I can show you how to spin the block. Cook up some of the best dishes that you ever had in your life. So I want everybody to go over there and check it out. In my description line, the link is there as well right now. Go over, subscribe to that, hit the notification bell. We will be live later on this week for Pat Talk at some point, my brother Q. So y'all also keep your eyes locked for that. And again, as I mentioned, this season 2 of On Their Necks is brought to you in collaboration with our brother Juan J. Johnson, LWF Training, as he believes that there is a lone wolf in all of you. Of course, in collaboration with Bloodline Films, our mother company. So with that being said, family, I want to wish y'all a phenomenal day, checking in with us for the happy hour. My sponsor as well for today's broadcast, Brother Juan J. Johnson, and my contributor, I believe my brother Negro, put on for the books. If you're catching a replay, ladies and gentlemen, don't hesitate to go ahead and shoot us a cash app, right? Show us that it's real in these streets. We look forward to that as well. Show us that it's real. And in the event that you are looking for more content like this, you can always catch us on this side. We will be here. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, remember, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.